So Jalen Brunson pulled sort of a Tom Brady. He left some money on the table, about 113 million, to keep that nice core together and build on that chemistry. Do you think this makes a lot of sense, or do you think that he'll just have end up leaving that money on the table just to lose? Do you will they get anything done?
So I want to talk about what he did, because this is the power of Woj and Woj's tweets. Because I'm not saying that what Woj wrote is incorrect. What I am saying is it set the conversation on a path that I think is a touch misleading. So Woj, when he broke the news, called it an unprecedented move in favor of team building to keep everyone together, etc. And I don't feel that that is exactly right. And I honestly have felt that the coverage of this has been, again, I haven't been, to be fair, I was out of the country and I wasn't following it, day by day. So I don't know if it's right to say the coverage of it has been lacking, but the initial coverage that I saw was a little, to me, unintentionally misleading. Because I don't look at this purely as, sorry, my computer just restarted. I don't look at this purely as Jalen Brunson taking a team-friendly discount. I look at it as Jalen Brunson hedging against catastrophic outcomes while maintaining ultimate long-term upside. So to be clear, Brunson took 4 157. In a year, he would have been eligible for 5 270. So $113 million delta there with an additional contract year on it. It was, to me, presented a bit as if he had the 5 270 available now and instead took 4 for 157. And that is flatly not it. That is not what has happened here. So why does that matter? I don't view it purely as taking a discount if the contract we're talking about is not actually available to you until you play another year of basketball. And the reason that that is relevant is because we have seen so many times guys get injured. Well, I shouldn't say so many times. It's the one instance everyone kind of thinks of, which is what happened with Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas played was getting ready to get a max, suffered a hip injury, and never got any of that money. Never got any of it. And by taking this deal here, Jalen locks in 4 for 157, which, by the way, after 3 years he can opt out of if he's still a star, and then sign that massive 5 for 400 people have talked about and be an $80 million a year player, which is unbelievable, $1 million a game. But hedges against a catastrophic outcome or an injury, which for a player of his size who hasn't yet made huge money, he's made great money, huge money, is super valuable.
So and is this when we talk about the opposite of betting on yourself?
Well, that kind of, but you keep to me, this is how I look at the Jalen Brunson thing. In one hand was the play out this year, play well, sign the 5 for 270, right? And and then hope to still be great, 5 years from now and sign one more really big contract. And have some ceiling be put on the Knicks' ability to build out the rest of that team. Those in one hand. In the other hand, was lock in right now 4 for 160 while giving the Knicks a little more flexibility, but critically also keep being able to attain maximum money if you're awesome for the next 4 years when you sign your next deal. So of all the ranges of outcomes, right? If we were to, again, I know this is a little convoluted, but I think this is the right way to look at it. If you're looking at it almost on a line, there is worst possible outcome, right? Which is he gets hurt terribly this year and none of that money's there. That's the worst outcome. And that's now removed entirely. The next, if we just go from worst to best, the next outcome is he signs this deal, but and is excellent this year and could have signed the 5 for 270, but deprived himself of that opportunity. And the next time he's available for free agency, big money's not available to him. That is now possible. The next outcome would have been on the range of outcomes, is awesome this year, signs the 5 for 270, doesn't get another big contract in 5 years, and he's locked in 270. That's a little better than the one I just said. The very best outcome is signs this deal, is awesome throughout, and then signs one of the biggest deals in league history in 4 years. That's where you make the most money possible of any of them.
He made a long-term bet on himself.
Hold on. Kind of. What he did by doing this was remove the worst outcome possible entirely and remove the second best outcome, locking in a median outcome and still keeping the upside of the best possible outcome. So if this were deal or no deal, maybe I should have done it like this. It would be as if on the board left is $10, $100,000, $250,000, and $1 million. And what they are saying is, hey, we will allow you to remove the $10 suitcase, but you also have to give us the $250,000 suitcase. Think about it like that. I just realized it. This is exactly how I should have described it. You're playing deal or no deal. There's 4 suitcases left. And by the way, you're never going to be allowed to take the deal. You're just going to have to open suitcases. And what is on the board is $10, $100,000, $250,000, and $1 million. And they are saying to you, you can get rid of the $10 one, but we are also taking away the $250,000 one. So the ultimate goal will still be available to you, and you remove all the significant downside, but you're trading, in order to do that, you are trading out the second best possible outcome here, $250,000. Jalen Brunson, and by the way, as an added bonus, it's going to help, your team. That's what Jalen Brunson did. So it is a great move for the Knicks. I think it is a smart move for him. But presenting it as if it were purely taking a lesser deal when the bigger deal would not be available for another year, I think misses some important context to the situation. That's all. I hope that made sense to people. All right, Demonte, let's go on to the next topic.
Well,
go ahead.
Also,
sorry.
I don't know if you wanted to. Yeah,
yep.
with that core staying intact, with Jalen Brunson taking the cut, where do they line up for the best futures in the finals?
Well, so as far as the best futures, I mean, they've got their core locked in. I still
Money
have
to
question.
spare.
Now, the other thing this allows for Demonze is if they do decide they want to trade Julius Randle, that doesn't have to be like a pure salary dump. They can get back real salaries in return because they have this added flexibility the next few years because of Jalen's deal. So that's a positive. I like the team they've built.
Don't they
And
need a big?
they were really good last year. Say it again.
Don't they need a big right now? Are they?
Well, yes. I mean, they have Mitchell Robinson, but they lost Hartenstein. Yes, they do need a big, and that's where I think maybe the Julius Randle trade could come into play. But in the East, you really only need a true big against Philly. In the West, you need a true big if you go up against Joker. But but they got to make the finals, and the Nuggets have gone, sorry Daniel, a little backwards and feel so sick. Nuggets draft pick tore his Achilles this weekend in Summer League. That was brutal. So sorry, I only laughed because Daniel just chimed in my ear for the first time all show. Just so brutal, just sounding crestfallen. It's not funny. I just didn't expect to hear from it's not perfect, but by the way, the Celtics big is out for the beginning of the season, and then we'll see. So there's no perfect rosters out there built. I do really like what OKC has built, and they got Hartenstein. But I think the Knicks are in great shape. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.